In this video, we're going to talk about how to properly execute clean pulls and snatch pulls. Now, these are staple exercises in just about every weightlifting program. They have a lot of benefit towards building strength in your positions, reinforcing good timing, and practicing being patient in your pull. For newer athletes, I'd recommend going lighter on these so that you make sure your pulling mechanics are sound to begin with. As you get more advanced, you can overload these, and they're usually done between 90 and 110% of your full lift, whether it's snatch or clean. We just want to mimic exactly how you do your normal lifts off the ground, but we can focus on just the bottom portion and being able to overload that a little bit and really hone in on those key positions. Now, a few things to think about when doing pulls. We want to stay on the middle of the foot as long as you can so that you can maintain your balance and not extend too soon. We also want to achieve a good power position at the top, so getting the bar in the hip for the snatch or the top of the thigh for cleans. And lastly, we want to reach full extension at the top, so practicing that explosiveness and big push through the ground, extending the hip, ankles, knees, and toes. Now, a common error in pulls is extending too soon and not being patient enough. That usually ends up with the bar swinging out in front of you. Now, since we want to reinforce a good tight bar path, that's not going to be acceptable to have it swing out. What we want to do is be more patient in your pull. Get the bar where it needs to be in the power position, so your shoulder is going to get behind the bar at the top. We're going to get, again, in either the hip or the top of the thigh and extend upwards. The second major fault is getting out of position from your start. This is what we call the stripper pull. So you're basically pushing your hips and butt up first, and your chest is dipping down. One cue I like for this one is just think about leading with your chest. Whatever start position you're in, just like our start position video goes over, we're trying to maintain that angle throughout the entire pull. And then the third most common fault that I see is staying completely flat-footed throughout the entire pull. Since we don't lift flat-footed throughout the entire second and third pull, we want to practice going up to the ball of the foot at the very last second. So keep your balance all the way up to the power position, but then extend hard through the ground, get that extra push through your toes, and thinking about punching your quads into the ground. That'll help you develop that last minute hip extension and explosiveness to get that bar either up to your shoulder or overhead in the snatch.